Hi, my name is Wendy Maple. I am an outreach consultant for NetLogix. NetLogix has been in business for over 22 years as an award-winning consulting services firm specializing in information risk management services. We help our clients nationwide manage change. Now, if I were to pick one word to describe 2020, the year of the global coronavirus pandemic, I would pick the word change. Beyond the tragic lives lost, along with the fears associated with this pandemic, businesses have faced disruption or change at a speed and scale unprecedented in modern history. Companies everywhere are wrestling with the question of how to reach the next normal safely. We've never shut down the modern global economy, much less reopened it during an ongoing pandemic. Many businesses now are sweating the details of the return to workplace plan, like how many people spaced 6 feet apart can return to their office safely, or how do you adapt common areas like lunchrooms and conference rooms and even your building entrances to protect your employees and your clients. They may be staggering worker shifts and developing new hybrid, on-site, and remote models. All these are critical tasks, but you don't want to lose sight of the bigger picture. And that is, how are your company leaders focusing on the task of building sustainable capabilities that will help your business emerge intact from this pandemic and prepare you for any future disruptions? NetLogix is recommending that business leaders keep a crisis journal. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something that you can write down the lessons you've learned during this past shutdown or this past 4 months. This information that you document will help you develop a new business continuity plan or future playbook. Now, if you haven't done so already, write down and document the business decisions you've made since March, since the shutdown. What information was used to make these decisions? Write it down. And what time were they made? Write it down. Were you able to continue as business as usual with a virtual workforce? NetLogix was. Some companies are even reporting an increase in productivity with their employees working from home. Were you able to pivot from your traditional business model to provide an essential service or product like hand sanitizers? Or, unfortunately, were you forced to furlough your employees and temporarily close your doors? In any case, write it down. By keeping a crisis journal, it gives you a baseline of your company's last known position so you know where you left off. Now, as companies plan a return, leaders should take stock of the lessons learned during this time while the opportunity to affect change is the greatest. Businesses have a unique chance to reinvent themselves. Think about it. During this pandemic, customers have rapidly changed how they want to engage with the world, with safe and contactless operations being a priority. Online shopping for groceries and other consumer goods skyrocketed, as did telemedicine, to be seen virtually by a doctor when medical offices were closed. These new consumer or customer behaviors and others are most likely to stay. Now it's time to develop a new playbook. No matter your business, you need a new operating model across your organization to be ready for a new era of competition. You need to account for will all your employees be coming back? Some won't be able to for childcare issues, or maybe they're taking care of a vulnerable person who could get exposed to coronavirus if you went back to the office. Are your customers still interested in your product or your services? Can your suppliers still meet your demands? Do you need all the office space? A lot of people are reevaluating since they're working so well from home. Documenting these planning assumptions and others will help determine what drives the financial performance of your company. The goal is not to debate which scenarios are most likely, but rather to explore what is possible and to ready yourself or anything that looks plausible. There's no time to wait for a full reopening before you start doing this type of recording this type of information. Under high levels of uncertainty, you need to operate at a high speed. Waiting for perfect answers can be counterproductive. You need to cycle through this playbook regularly and let people know in your organization what's happening and why. You need to communicate that constantly. Updating and improving plans continually by integrating new intelligence or new information that becomes available. information like consumer trends, economic indicators, and public health updates. This is not a static document. It needs to continually be updated. Admittedly, it is tough to write a return plan because of the likelihood of a virus resurgence, and not knowing exactly how the virus is transmitted is another factor, as well as there is no vaccine yet. However, take advantage of this opportunity revealed by this crisis to institute the next normal for your business. The culture and environment are ripe for a once-in-generation change. Now, to help you with this homework assignment, NetLogix has put together a Restart Your Business worksheet, as well as a webinar that has some tips. You can find this information on our website. Go to www.netlogix.com. That's netlogx.com. On the homepage, under the Resource tab, click to the News section, and you will find this document as well as the webinar. So we hope those things will be helpful to you. Now, if you need additional assistance, NetLogix is an expert in business process management. Our experienced Lean Six Sigma subject matter consultants can facilitate company stakeholder meetings so you can participate in the conversation of how you're going to do some changes. Now, as part of this service, NetLogix has developed a methodology to create end-to-end business process maps of multiple internal functions, something like you see here. This expertise provides our clients with holistic an overview of their current or their as-is operation state. Now, we also identify issues and opportunities to improve the future state or the to-be future roadmap or your playbook regarding your business process with the goals of improving efficiencies. Now, again, if this is information that you want to discuss with me privately in a deeper conversation, I'd be glad to talk to you as well as hook you up with some of our subject matter experts. You can reach me at Wendy Maple at NetLogix. That's wmaple@netlogix.com is my email address. I hope I've given you some good advice on how to move your business forward during this pandemic. I thank you for your time and wish you much success as well as continuing to stay safe. Thank you.